All right, good morning. Hi. My name is Louis Gansler. I'm the principal of Rancho Cotate High School. Welcome. We're going to go through the ninth grade academies. So I've invited several teachers and students who are members of each one of these academies, and you're going to hear from them directly, and it's all designed to help you make the most informed choice that you can. So you're going to be asked to register soon. One of the most important choices you'll make when you register is what ninth grade academy are you going to pick. So there's 5 academies available. And briefly, what an academy is, it's your English teacher, your history teacher, and a focus area. And those focus areas are designed to capture the complexity of what's available in high school and also help prepare you for a career or a major in college. It's a really important choice, but I also want to emphasize 2 things. One is that you can't make a bad choice because all of these academies are great. And secondly, if you feel like you have made a choice that is not aligned with who you are, it's not what you want, then you can switch. And so we encourage switching. The whole point here is for you to find your place in high school. So when the question comes, why am I doing this? You have an answer. You have a reason to continue your education. You have a focus, and it's connected to a career. So all of these academies do that, and so I'm going to turn it over. We're going to start just hearing from the academies themselves. We will start with a student from computer science.
Hi, my name is Melanie, and I'm in the Computer Science Academy. In this academy, we focus on coding a lot. One of the programmings we use is Scratch. We make our own games and stories with this program, but one of my personal favorite projects is where we make our own website. Basically, we take our hobbies, our interests, and all of that and put it into a website, but we actually build it and make the format for it, and it just gives you a really good insight of what you actually have to do to make a website, and it prepares you for future AP programming classes, which are actually really fun, which I've heard of, and I really recommend it.
Okay. So a real quick thing about computer science too is that it has a pathway for the next 3 years. So if you're interested in computer science, there are classes for every single grade level for your entire career in high school education. The other really cool thing about Computer Science Academy is that for the first time we'll be introducing an AP class in the ninth grade academy. So if you are ready for that kind of rigor, the Computer Science Academy is for you. You'll be taking an AP class as a ninth grader, which is the first time we will ever be doing that at this school. And computer science is one of the fastest growing industries in the United States, and the starting salary is somewhere in the $80,000 range. So this is a really great opportunity if that's your interest.
Good morning, everyone. How many of you have been to Rancho before, visiting? That's a lot. How many of you have been in this tag theater or entire building before? So not as many. You're gonna have an awesome opportunity to check these facilities out today. My name's Mr. Daw. I'm the filmmaking teacher, and I am of course, filmmaking teacher within the Film Academy. We have an amazing facility upstairs on the 2nd floor. We have our classroom space. Adjacent to that is our broadcasting studio, control room, sound recording studio, where we produce weekly news episodes. We work hand in hand with your English and history teachers to develop video assignments that will enrich what you're learning in those classes. I have 2 students that will be able to speak more to that. Netflix just announced that they're investing $17 billion this year into original content. So in terms of careers, there are a lot of opportunities within media in general, not just the standard idea of filmmaking. I have an advanced student filming you all right now. So we get to do a lot of fun projects. That camera's worth more than my car, probably. But we do a lot of fun things: documentaries, montages, marketing and advertising. We make commercials for local companies and get to do some outreach with them. We have students doing sports broadcasts and getting paid money to it. Or to do that, I just wrote about $1,000 worth of checks for a couple students. They're calling games live, so if that's something you're interested to, like play-by-play and color commentary. The weekly newscast, you'll get a chance to see some of that today. A lot of fun projects, but our main goal is to prepare you for careers in the future. So if you have any interest in the creativity side of media, whether that's costume design, hair, makeup, special effects across the board, we look at all of that within the Film Academy. I'm going to pass it over to my two freshman students that are in the academy right now to give you more of a sense of what we do on a daily basis.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I am in the Freshman Film Academy. Film Academy, the regular schedule for it would be like you would walk in, well, so the why it's an academy is because it's tied in with English and history. So like in English, we're learning about storyboarding and how to make a novel, and then in English, I'll wait.
Melanie Backman, please report to the main office. Melanie Backman to the main office.
And then in history, like an example, you try to sell like an industrial product, so like as an ad. So it kind of just ties all into like one.
Isabella Backman to the main office.
It all kind of ties into like one project. Now the actual film class. Usually you'd walk in, you take notes. If you don't like taking notes, you don't really have to worry about that because it's on like the rarest of occasion we do it. Okay, okay. The film, sometimes we'll go outside, we'll take cameras. It teaches you the 5 main parts of making a movie, I guess. You can be the actor, the director, the storyboard artist, the editor, or the cameraman. And another thing that the Film Academy offers is it gives you the option to be an intern at a local news station, and that can be very good like on your resume. So if you want to like look forward in the future, like to do something with broadcasting, it'll be very helpful. That's it.
So I'm Sierra. I'm also a freshman in the Film Academy. I can see all you guys sitting here today, and you're probably pretty bored learning about jobs, and like it's 4 years in advance, but it's still really useful to know what you're gonna do in your life. All these academies are here today to help you pick that pathway in which you'd like to continue forward in a future job. So what the Film Academy has to offer is that it teaches you about all of the background of just anything that you've probably seen broadcast on TV. You guys have probably watched at least one TV show, one movie, one news broadcast, or one sports broadcast. Some are live, some are recorded in advance. The Film Academy teaches you how to do all of this. You learn how to link video and audio clips together, cut out bloopers, learn how to duplicate audio, learn how to not get copyrighted for things you might get copyrighted for. It's all just things you learn in the Film Academy. And the Film Academy is really, really great if you're interested in trying to learn more background on how to be a good actor in front of the camera, or how to be a cameraman behind the scenes in a big film or a big series. Just overall, the Film Academy teaches you a lot on how to be better at something involved in a film type based job, and it's really great.
And we have the computer science teacher, Miss McWilliams, and she also has an additional student, so I want to give her a chance to talk about her academy as well.
Hey folks, who wants to be rich? Yeah, I do too. Computer science is the fastest growing industry, highest demand for jobs, and it also pays super well. So the Computer Science Academy freshman class is AP Computer Science Principles. It is an AP class, but it's not quite as rigorous as the other AP classes, and it's a great way to get your toes wet with advanced placement classes. We build up a portfolio over the year of all your projects. We can do projects where we create stories or games, or we can program robots. We can even create music with code. And so we learn programming logic. We also learn how the internet works. We learn cybersecurity, some cryptography. We learn how technology has impacted the world and how we can use technology to change the world. All right. I have another student, Steven, who is in the Freshman Academy class right now, and he's going to share his experience.
So for like computer science, it's not as hard as you think. It's pretty easy. We go slow, and it's easy to like keep up as long as you just like be there, be attentive. It's like the best time of my life, knowing that these skills I will like have for the rest of my life. And even though I might not go to like a programming job, these skills will like follow me for like even other STEM jobs I would like.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to the next academy, which will be Law and Justice. This is a program that if you're interested in a job like law enforcement, the political system, the legal profession, this is a academy that examines issues that surround legality, politics, law enforcement. So if you're thinking about a career in those areas, this one would be for you.
All right, so I'm Mr. Transu. I'm actually the Intro to Law teacher. I brought two students this morning, two of the students that are currently in our program, our academy now. One of the things, we hear about, not to dismiss all the other big pay that we're going to get with all the other academies, everybody that is going to make a lot of money needs a lawyer. So if you're going to sign off on a contract and you're going to sign a contract because you're now the new director for Pixar, you need a lawyer to help you write up that contract, make sure you get paid. So the academy is really going to be focusing on, in your freshman year, we introduce you to the basics of law, obviously like the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, but we also talk about how to reading law, how to apply law to everyday things. And in our first semester, our students actually, and they'll talk a little bit about it in a second, they actually participated in a mock trial. And the first part of the trial was a murder investigation. They learned how the investigation was going to lay out. They looked over evidence. They tried to create what we call the theory of the case. And we went into a negotiation with the attorneys to try to determine whether or not we're going to send this person to jail for the rest of their lives, what charges they might have to look at. And now the second semester, we're putting it all together, and we're going to put a huge mock trial together where we're actually going to have a real judge from Sonoma County is actually going to sit in on a trial where the students are going to be taking on numerous roles, obviously prosecution and defense. We'll also have students playing the witnesses. They have to go through right now, they're learning how to cross-examine and ask direct examination questions of witnesses. And next year, as their sophomore academy goes on, and their options, we do what's called Foundations of Criminal Justice. And this is when we get into the law enforcement element. We'll be going on a tour and working directly with the Law Enforcement Academy up in Santa Rosa. We'll go to the academy. We'll get to see some of the things that they do. We'll work on crime scenes. You'll learn how to go through forensics. And then your junior year, you have the opportunity to take on either something like constitutional law, where you work just on trying to determine people's liberties and protect them from those that may take those things away. And then your senior year, you have the opportunity then to continue to go on. And all 4 years, you have an opportunity to stay within the structure of law. Okay, so I have two students that are currently here to tell you a little bit more about it.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm in the Law and Justice Academy here at Rancho. In this academy, we learn a lot and experience what it means to be a lawyer and what it means to be in law enforcement. We get a unique perspective on law through the eyes of other things. You may think that a lawyer's job is to pretty much just argue, but in this academy we learn it's a lot more than just arguing. It's about arguing a good case to back up your case with evidence.
Hi, my name is Anna. We also get to, as he mentioned, do a mock trial, which is where we investigate a real-life-based scenario court case and then act it out as if we were lawyers or a defendant. Even if you're not thinking about going into the legal career, this could help you in everyday life, like just knowing your rights and how the voting process works and how our government works. This academy will teach you everything from like the start of if you get caught for a crime or if you're catching someone for a crime to the end of it, along with how our government in total works. Overall, I suggest it to anyone, even if you're not thinking about the legal field.
And for any of the teachers who need to get back to class. Yeah, okay. So next up is the Sports Academy. This is a unique program. I don't think there's any other program like it in the state. It builds off of a very strong program that we have in sports. And so if you're interested in opening up anything business related that's connected to entertainment or athletics, physical therapy, sports psychology, coaching, management, this would be the program for you. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Borders, who is the social science teacher.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Borders, the history teacher for the Sports Academy. So our elective course for the Academy is called Sports Management, in which you learn about an array of jobs in the sports industry. So whether you're an athlete or not, and you just like being around sports, there are so many different careers in the sports world that you can look into. You also get to follow one athlete or one team throughout the year for a long-term project. In the English course, you follow 4 different sports-related themes, read sports-related articles to practice your English skills. And then in my class, just about every unit, we do one lesson on a historical sporting event or an important evolution in the sports industry. We've done multiple field trips to SSU. We just walk over there to watch a few games. We've done some Q&As with coaches there, and we've toured some sports facilities. And we've also had some talks from people who work in the sports world up here on this stage, like an athletic trainer, somebody who owns a sports facility, and a coach. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mia and Liam, and they'll tell you a little bit about their experience in the academy so far.
So right away, I can tell you that there are triple, if not more, the amount of jobs and careers that go into one NFL or NBA or any kind of sports game you've ever seen on TV. And a lot of those careers and jobs that go into those games, you don't hear about or you don't see on TV. So this academy is here to teach you about each and every one of those jobs. And no, you don't have to be athletic, you don't have to play a sport to be in this academy, because in real life, when it comes down to it, there are so many different departments and areas that you can work in that allow you to be around the sports without having to play them. And that's the great part of this academy, because you get to hear from guest speakers who have those jobs and can tell you about them, how they got their advice and ways how you can start there as young as you can start. And my favorite part of guest speakers is you do get to ask your own questions. You get honest and genuine answers. And because most of those times, those questions that you ask are more than just a yes or no question.
One of the most interesting things about the Sports Academy is its opportunities to give you real job experience through a high school sports media company known as Prep to Prep. It focuses on the games of these sports through things like podcasts, articles, statistics, and you get to be on the sideline with these teams. For example, I did this for the football season, and it was a lot of fun. I got to be right next to the players, and I followed the games, and they actually give you money in return for your whatever you choose to do. You get published, and you actually have a name, and it looks really good on your resumes when you look for your first jobs. A lot of businesses really like people who do this, and it's just a really good thing to do for your future.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I hope one of the things that you're getting out of these presentations is that we are doing our best to make your education relevant so that you are thinking about your future, and we are trying to connect you to as many industry partners as we can. So you have, when you leave this high school, you actually have work experience, and you have a sense of what each of these jobs that you're interested in is actually like. All right, so we have 2 students here who have gone through the biomedical pathway. So one, you're in the academy now, correct? Right? And then you're a senior, right? So the biomedical pathway would be for people who are interested in that huge field of healthcare and biomedical research. So if you're interested in nursing, being a doctor, developing prosthetic limbs, so that whole research side, it's a dynamic industry, it's growing. We have a fantastic program that can take you through 4 years of this, lots of opportunities for hands-on learning, field trips, and job shadowing. So I will turn it over to the students.
Hi guys, so my name is Marie. I'm a senior here at Rancho. I've taken these classes all 4 years, and it's been a great opportunity. It has completely set me up for success, like they've all been saying. I got accepted into a college, and now I'm going to be studying nursing. So when he says that it helps, I promise it does. You're not just doing it to do it. These classes have been amazing. It's a completely different approach to learning. It's extremely hands-on. Majority lab-based. You don't really ever spend any time at the desks. Like right now, I'm learning about gene therapy, and I'm testing my own genes. So it's completely different sort of learning, and it's really great.
Hi, I'm Isabella. This is my first year in the academy. So far, we've done a lot of things. Most of it, you're not really sitting at your desk. It's a lot of labs and hands-on activities, which is really, really fun. We've gone on one field trip to the Academy of Sciences to see the skin exhibit, and it's really cool because we got to test the DNA of a strawberry, and even though that sounds boring, it's still a lot of fun. And if you do take notes, it's not a lot. You rarely take notes. It's mostly hands-on experiments. So far, we're in the process of getting our CPR certificate, which is really cool. Today, I'm going to actually get it and finish it, and I think that's really cool because it'll help you. Like, just in case anyone's in danger, you just need those skills just to help you in general, and I think that's really cool. I personally want to be like a doctor when I'm older, so this will help you a lot. And even if you don't know what you want to be yet, I would still recommend this because it's a lot of fun.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. One more thing about the Biomedical Academy is it is connected to a program where each one of the classes are recognized honors classes within the UC system. So it's also a boost to your GPA. So if that is something that is interesting to you and you're interested in science, this might be the academy for you. All right. So you guys have been a great and attentive audience. I thank you for that. I hope you have a wonderful day touring our facilities. We're very proud of them. We've done a lot to build them. And I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Sarlot.